Well, we didn't play well. That's what went wrong. Is quite honestly, we say it all the time that you can't beat two teams in the same day. And quite honestly, the Panthers went out there and beat the Panthers yesterday against a pretty darn good opponent. Right, team was a ranked team, and they've made the playoffs 2 straight years, and you can see why. Right, they don't go out there and beat themselves. They play a simple game, and there were plays to be made out there, and we didn't take advantage. We took some chances to try and keep our offense on the field and didn't capitalize on those, and that just put our defense in some bad spots. And then special teams, we did not create an advantage for ourselves, so they won the special teams battle. I mean, they won every phase of the game, and when you beat yourself, you just have no opportunity to go beat the other team. Yeah, well, there's an old cliche that says, the most improvement happens from game one to game two, and it's a cliche for a reason, right? Because it's true. And there's so many guys, and quite honestly, it looked like we hadn't played football in 463 days. I'm not making an excuse. That's on us as coaches. 100% on us to get them to go execute, to understand what's needed to go play that game when the lights come on. It's no different. But there's a bunch of guys that got a ton of great experience yesterday that went out there and failed in the arena with the lights on. They chose to dare greatly, and they came up short. But man, there's so many great teaching opportunities. And what's really cool watching the video, it's not major stuff. It's not it's some huge thing that we just have no chance to fix. It's little tiny fixable things that the problem is when you stack those up like we did yesterday, it's just going to create a losing formula. So we get a chance to go back to work. We get a chance to learn a ton from this video today. And with an opponent that we've already mostly prepared for quite a bit, we get an opportunity to truly focus on ourselves a whole bunch, so that we focus on what matters to us, not much about the opponent. Yeah, I thought our defense played really, really hard. We put them in some tough spots, and there were errors they made. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you don't give up 40, however many 7 points, and play well, but they were playing hard. We put them in tough spots, and then they made the other team took advantage whenever there was an error made there. But we saw some young guys really step up. We saw Anthony Shockey have a fantastic game. Jason Johnson have a great game at linebacker. Our linebackers were played the way that we hoped they would. Those two freshman safeties with Jordan Vincent, Kalen Drakeford really stepped up. We thought, that they weren't perfect. They were far from perfect, but they played hard. Thought Mark Williams, as an old vet, played well on the corner. And then offensively, you saw a bunch of young guys go out there and get their first opportunity. Dwayne Cooks with a great game and his first time being kind of that featured target. Kendi Young, obviously, with the huge run, showed off some of that high school track speed that we knew all about, and then and also grinded out some yards right for us here and there. So. And then I thought, quite honestly, I thought our O-line from the last time we played in 2019 to yesterday took an enormous step forward. I'm so proud of that group. Really, really excited for what that means for the rest of the season. Yeah, UT Martin had a tough one yesterday. A game that went down to the wire and kind of went back and forth, had a weather delay, right? And but I think what's most significant is what I mentioned before, right? We're going to focus on ourselves. We're going to focus on what we need to do better. We've spent a bunch of time preparing for them already, so when we get back into the game week flow, it's not going to be spending a bunch of time trying to reintroduce something new. They've done something a little bit different on defense, so we're going to have to adjust with a new defensive coordinator. Their previous scheme was pretty unique, so this one kind of actually gets a little more in our wheelhouse, to be honest. It's a little bit more of what our defense does as a base. So we'll be able to run a lot of our camp install plays. But honestly, this main focus this entire week is just going to be how we can improve. If we play a little, we're probably going to play a little bit more of just us on us, just to play well, right? Just trust ourselves and go play. So we got to prepare for a really tough opponent. Obviously, we got to get on the bus and go play on the road, but we're going to spend the week focusing on us and figuring out how we can get our Panthers to play their best game this coming Sunday. All right. Well, appreciate you, Panther fans. Excited to get back out on the field next week down in Martin, Tennessee. Tune in at 1:05. I think the kickoff is on ESPN Plus. Go Panthers.